Guramag of Galer, Cogargicus Imelda, Tama an buic as an takiot o Kevin agus Anthony, agus cuid mordini ella a vime John Willow, Gahiria o Hussey on Process Shaw. I'd like to thank my own Duffy Downey Common and the Campbell Donnelly Common for their endorsements. I'd also like to mention my wife, family, friends and comrades who have supported me in this initiative. I'd like to thank Anne for the contest. Now, I definitely wouldn't have said that yesterday. It's a great honour to speak before you today at a convention to select the next candidate for Sinn Féin for North County Louth, for whenever this dysfunctional government crumbles. We were all very nearly at this stage a fortnight ago. We need to be prepared for an election in which Sinn Féin must come back with an increased mandate. On some level, this is a convention to replace the irreplaceable. No matter who the next candidate is, they aren't going to be Gerry Adams. I'd like to take this opportunity to commend this colossus of Republican, national and international politics. There are a small number of people in history who have truly made a difference, and that without them our world would have been a very different place. Nelson Mandela was one of these people. Fidel Castro was one of these people. Our movement was blessed, for Martin McGuinness was one of those people, and Gerry Adams, the Sinn Féin president and TD for Louth, is certainly one of them. Gerry, alongside Martin, was Irish republicanism for me growing up. They were the people I looked up to, the people that inspired my teenage years, the people who brought me along this road. They represented the integrity of this struggle, a national liberation struggle, no different than 1798, 1867, 1916 or 1919. Gerry Adams was instrumental in huge tactical shifts for Irish republicanism and has remained true to the goal for which Francie Hughes, Bobby Sands, Sean McElvanna, Keith Rogers, Jim Lina, Mairead Farrell and many others died for. The goal for which Dodger, Skeet, Paddy McCartney and thousands of other men and women spent years in jail away from their families. This movement, that I'm proud to be a member of, is set on a course to finally end British rule in Ireland. We in Louth are proud of that role that our county has played in that struggle to date and will continue to do so into the future. The party is presently in a phase of major transition, which includes Gerry's decision not to run again. I have been involved in this project for over 20 years. For the last decade and more, I have been involved and worked for Sinn Féin in numerous roles at a local, regional and national level. I was organiser for this county and later for the whole of North Leinster. I worked as a political advisor in Leinster House. I also worked in the press office, and I have been an integral part of the election department, with involvement in all major campaigns nationally and locally, which probably sounds a lot more impressive than the guy that was in the printers all night. But unfortunately that was true. During this entire period, I have engaged with our elected reps, officials from state and non-state agencies, the media, other political parties, constituents and all Sinn Féin party structures north and south. I bring a wide variety of skills, experience and context. I have also added to this during my initial period on Louth County Council. I have a proven track record in activism throughout this constituency and further afield. There is not a street or boreen in this constituency that I am not familiar with, even if I wasn't exactly sure where I was all the time. I was instrumental in organising many of the events during various campaigns, particularly in County Louth. I'm talking about the Louth County Hospital campaign and community safety initiatives and many others. With our friend and comrade Imelda Munster, we will again return 2 Sinn Féin TDs for this constituency. This will send a clear message to the establishment that not only are we not going away, we are coming to take away their hold on power. We are going to establish an equitable health system and to end the outrage that is the housing and homelessness crisis. We are here to produce an educational system that caters for the needs of children, to create a thriving economy which serves the vast bulk of the people rather than the very few. It is not okay that 130,000 children live in consistent poverty. It is not okay that 42,278 older people are experiencing pension inequality. It is not okay the underperformance by this state in providing social housing. It certainly is not okay that 3,000 children are homeless in this state at this moment. The institutions of this state will not appreciate our plans, so the onslaught against us will continue. But like Republicans down the years, it is about freeing ourselves not merely from occupation, but creating a better society and country which improves people's lives. That's national, economic and cultural liberation. Such is the need to maintain the drive for equality and language rights in the 6 counties. We are now in the throes of the Brexit negotiations and all the dangers of a hard border, which could impact in this area in particular. We need to ensure that we use this opportunity to advance Irish unity. And our means to do this is to channel the energy and ingenuity of the ordinary people of this island behind the Republican project. We will continue the journey forward with all of the determination, the commitment and the drive that has characterised our movement in this county over the years. The next leader of Sinn Féin already knows that this constituency of Louth will deliver. We know that to achieve our objectives, our party must grow, learn, adapt and improve. I was a member of an organisational team that was set up to halt the flow of support from the party in the 26 counties back in 2007 and to help build the vibrant political machine that has emerged since. I know the blood, sweat and tears that this entails. I remember being assured during this period by Sean Hughes that we needed to stay in the game. During that slump, Louth was one of the few bastions that maintained electoral and political growth. A lot of this was down to the Republican election of Paddy Agg in 1981 and the immense work of Arthur Morgan and the team of councillors, that's particularly Tomas, Pearse, Jim, Kevin, Edel and Imelda before she vacated, and all the newcomers like me. It also includes the office staff and every activist in County Louth. In a lot of other areas across the state, it seemed we were working hard to stand still, but we stayed in the game. We are definitely in the game now. There are those who would even argue that we will be the game changer after the next Leinster House election. I know the miles that are needed on the road, the rounds of meeting, the plans that must be undertaken, and all of it grounded in our Republican values. I made a lifelong commitment to this struggle. I can be relied upon and trusted. I know that one person cannot achieve anything without the support and conviction of the people in this room and others outside of it. We need to continue to build the core of the party, both from the inside out and from the outside in. That means we must build in communities where we have failed to in the past. We must look out beyond our support base and witness the potential Republicans and progressives that lie within our reach, who we can and must draw into our party. But it also means that we must upskill and prepare our party for power. This means vibrant party structures that become centres of political debate, led by your political representatives that prepares old and new generations for the challenges ahead. With all this in mind, I stand here as a Republican with absolute humility. I ask you that you grant me the privilege of serving you, along with Imelda Munster, as one of the 2 Sinn Féin candidates for this constituency. We together, all of us in this room, united, and in other rooms like this throughout this island, will bring about the Republic. Comradia, Arailing, Michaela, Guramaig of Galer.